As a believer in Jesus, have you ever found yourself watching anime and saying, man, I don't know if I'm allowed to watch this? If so, bro, you're not alone. I go through this every day. My mom always told me, watch my ear gates and eye gates, because whatever comes in is gonna come out. Matthew 12:34. What this is saying is whatever you take in is gonna come out. And because of this, I was always scared of what I'm watching, being mindful of it. I think that's honestly a good thing that we have, especially since the Bible also says the power of life and death is in the tongue. So we definitely gotta watch what we're saying. And man, my favorite anime is Bleach. And I always feel on edge when I'm watching it because it's like, bro, Soul Reapers, they definitely gotta be demonic. I'm not gonna lie. But I just take the qualities of what I can from the show. Bro. There are some good themes in there, especially Ichigo wanting to save his friends and being compassionate and loving. But Vinland Saga is one of those anime where I just never had that feeling. Actually, it was the complete opposite. Vinland Saga has many themes that align with Christian themes. Sure, bro, they got their blood spill and all of that, especially in season 1. But look at the Bible. There's a bunch of blood spill and there's a bunch of wrongdoings, but that's telling us a story on the other end, especially with Vinland Saga season 2, on how the theme completely switched and turned on its head. Season 1, we see Thorfinn fighting, killing people, thousands of people, chasing his own ambition of revenge. But bro, as you can see in season 2, complete 360, saying that he has no enemies and he just wants to love and treat his enemies like friends. And this change was really crazy because some people in the anime community viewed it as like a drop-off, which isn't that crazy to me, because I can understand if you watching the first season of Vinland Saga and you see this man doing 360 hops, jumping up and down, killing people, you're gonna be like, oh, this is what this about. This is about fighting. This is about Vikingism. Huh? I don't think Vikingism is a word. I might be yapping. But to me, man, this was a perfect change of theme. It's just like a prominent biblical story. And I'm gonna tell you why I think this anime is great for Christians. The first main reason, bro, is Thorfinn just completely changing his ways. Thorfinn coming to that realization that, wow, I'm really a bad person. I did so many bad things. He could have just laid down and just said, oh, I quit. And he did. He was going through sickness and depression for a very long time and just sitting on, hey, just being a slave, not having a purpose, especially since Canute killed his so-called purpose. Thorfinn literally lost his way. But in that, he found a new way. And we can look at Thorfinn as in when our life is going bad and when our life is going down and there's nothing we can do and situations happening just piling on us, bro, we can use that opportunity for change, just like Thorfinn. Reason number 2, Thorfinn likes the views of the Bible. In this scene, we see Snake reading the old man the Bible. And we also see Thorfinn trying to listen in. He likes the views. Einar even says it. Thorfinn enjoys the views of the Bible, especially since in the Bible it says, love your enemies. Matthew chapter 5, verse 44. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless those that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them that spitefully use you and persecute you. And this is the verse that Snake is literally reading out. And y'all know Thorfinn listening in to that. And his whole thing is, I have no enemies. And that's what God is telling us basically right there. We have no enemies, no matter what we think or no matter what anyone has put us through. And we see this fast forward to Thorfinn's great stand of taking 100 punches and just to tell Canute himself, I'm not mad at you for making me a slave. I actually thank you for everything that you did because you broke me out of slavery. And that was Thorfinn being a slave to revenge. If Canute never killed Escalade, we probably would never see this Thorfinn. But something else that I found interesting in the comment section, I'm gonna show the comment. The comment reads, I love how Snake has no patience for the gospel's message of peace and moralizing and prefers the violent spectacle of the Old Testament. In the same way, many viewers have no patience for season 2, where Snake learns to appreciate the mercy by the end of it. Bro, this is crazy because it literally applies to people today watching and saying like, oh man, nah, season 2, this not for me. This anime not for me. I cannot tell y'all, just like I said earlier in the video, how many people I've heard say that. And this is funny because, bro, Snake is them. He's like, nah, let's go back to the Old Testament. But yeah, I just found that very cool. Reason number 3 is Saul to Paul. We even have somebody in the Bible, in my opinion, that directly relates to Thorfinn. And his name was Saul. Saul was starting off just a bad person. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He was persecuting Christians, throwing them in jail, and was overall just a bad guy. I'm not gonna lie. But one day on his conquest, God just shined a light on him, you know? Yo, you're gonna speak my word. Basically, I'm not gonna lie. And from then on, Saul changed to Paul, and Paul now, bro, is literally one of the founders of Christianity, because he spread it from modern day Turkey all the way down to some parts in Africa, which is insane. If y'all look at a map, how far that is. Back to Thorfinn, and y'all know that 360 that he did, coming from killing his own kin, just like how Saul was, to trying to teach them a new way. Now, Thorfinn may not be Christian, but his ways follow a lot of Christian values, just like how Paul follows Christian values and now is trying to teach it. And also another reason is just in general who God uses for his plans. In the Bible, we see all the time God using people that aren't good people. The biggest sinners, he used prostitutes, murderers, liars, all these type of people, but change them around. And I love the story of Vinland Saga because this is something God would do. A mass murderer changing completely to a stoic man that doesn't want to have any more violence. And like I'll be saying, bro, I'm not gonna lie, if they made an anime about the Bible, that joint will hit. Do y'all know the character development that some of these people have, bro? For instance, Esther, Samson, Paul, Moses, all of these people, that's just 4 people. Bro, the character development would go crazy, but that's on for another video. Another reason why I think this anime directly relates to Christians is because of the book of James, chapter 4, verse 2. You desire, but you do not have, so you kill. Hey man, what was Thorfinn desiring? He was desiring his dad, and he wanted revenge because Escalade took his dad away from him. He was desiring something, so he killed. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have because you do not ask God. And this is crazy, bro, because Thorfinn's only way of getting what he can't get was taking lives and killing people and fighting, and that ended up leading him to nothingness. And I feel like we can apply this to our everyday lives. Obviously, we don't kill people. I hope not. Because the Bible takes it to the extremes, because this is the times that they were living in. But any wrongdoing, like lying, like thieving and just doing bad things in general, that means that you have a desire, and your desire should be from him up there, not down here of these worldly and earthly things. Randomly saw this verse on TikTok. I was like, man, this is just a direct reference to Thorfinn. And last but not least, bro, Thorfinn in general just relates to Jesus, in my opinion. So we all know the story of Jesus, the thorns in his crown, everything that he went through. He died for us so that we can have everlasting life, and so we can live a life of sin but still be forgiven by the Father. And just like how Thorfinn did, Thorfinn took 100 punches, bro. 100 of them to the face, just everybody was cheering at the time in the beginning, but they saw a true warrior towards the end, just like how the people were seeing Jesus cheering. But when they really saw everything that he went through, they saw a warrior. And all in all, Thorfinn was suffering for his friends, for his people, for his family, just so he can meet Canute and tell Canute to stop going to all the farms and making people slaves. And Canute ends up agreeing to it. So Thorfinn took those 100 hits, and took them all on just so he can free his people. Just like how Jesus did for us. He took those thorns, he took those lashes, he took the crown, just so we can have everlasting life. And yeah, bro, that's basically my analysis on Vinland. I'm not gonna lie, if you're a Christian, bro, and you haven't seen this, I definitely encourage you to watch it, because this is one of them anime, bro, that you can learn a lot from it, and it aligns with what we believe, because it's a lot out there today, bro, it's just not aligning with us. And I really want y'all to grasp what you let in, bro, it's gonna come out whether you like it or not. Your subconscious doesn't even know if you're playing around or not. So y'all just be careful, bro, and always be mindful of what you're taking in. But this one of them joints, hey man, you can take it in. This joint is fire. Let me know down below some other themes in Christianity that you notice in Vinland Saga or outside of Vinland Saga. Any anime really, because I want to make this a series. So y'all let me know. I got some few in mind. Like I know it's some in One Piece. There's some in Full Metal too. So yeah, man, y'all just let me know. I love and appreciate every one of y'all, bro. And love your enemies, man. And you have no enemies. Remember that. Love y'all. God bless. I'm out.